the final game of the season. Coming into Pittsburgh, Steelers with an unblemished record. However, the toughest opponents they're probably going to have to face on the season would be these Buffalo Bills. Will they be able to come out of this undefeated, headed into the postseason? Is this something that the Pittsburgh Steelers can make happen for a 7th year in a row? 6 world titles, looking for a 7th. The number 1 seed, Pittsburgh Steelers, taking on, is it the number 2 seed? I believe the Buffalo Bills are the number 2 seed in the league. Sweetleaf, Scott, Walker, Humphreys, Everett. Will this be the next world champions? Will we see these two teams meet in the AFC Championship? We got to get through the regular season first, folks. 29 carries for Jerez Scott last week, 192 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, and a 20-yard rush. Many people thought that he wouldn't be able to keep up these type of numbers, but many people don't understand the desire and hunger that it is to be the best running back, to be the best football player to ever lace up a pair of cleats. Jerez Scott knows about that. Wayne Walker knows about that. Antonio Sweetleaf knows about that. Chris Humphreys knows about that. Steelers receive. Shallow kick. 29 fields it. Gets out to about the 32-yard line. First possession for these Pittsburgh Steelers.
At their own 32-yard line.
Coming out with a single back formation. Number 41, sure hands, secures the first catch of the game, pushing them into Buffalo Bills territory. First and 10 from the 43-yard line. I formation. Handoff, contact in the backfield. Scott gets a 2-yard gain after breaking the first tackle. Never really regained his footing after that, just falling forward for the net 2-yard gain. Route. Getting another catch in the game. That was his first catch of the game, I'm sorry. First and 10 from the 32. Ooh, that was not a good place to pass it.
Shut up, bitch!
Yeah, get your words together. 2nd and 7 for these Pittsburgh Steelers. Single back. Ooh, what a hit. Number 95. Getting the tackle for the loss, forcing a 3rd and 10 for these Pittsburgh Steelers. Will their first possession end in no points on the board? Sweetleaf does not seem okay with that. I didn't want to pump fake it. I just wanted to throw it. That sucks. First possession ending for the Pittsburgh Steelers with perhaps 3 points on the board. It's all up to Mr. Laces in. Oh, it bounced in. A generous bounce. Mr. Laces in. Hits the upright. And they count that as good. That looks... I mean, I guess... I don't know, dude. I don't know how that one counted and the other one didn't. But you know what? We'll take the 3 points. Buffalo's defense having a spectacular outing right there. Shutting down Antonio Sweetleaf and these Steelers on the first drive. Allowing themselves the opportunity to take a lead on them. 2 down for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Lone back for the Bills. Number 1 lines up. Pump fake. Handoff to number 37. Royal with a -1 yard rush on that attempt. Second and 11 from the 24. Hard hit. Turnover. Recovered. Pittsburgh Steelers. Clinton just not able to hold on to that play or that ball. Almost looked like he didn't take a football move, but I'm not going to question it. Number 36, one play, touchdown, 23 yards. Jerez Scott running it past all of the Buffalo defenders, showing that they may have stalled out on the previous play. They're not stalling out on this play. That's his 37th rushing touchdown on the season. Jerez Scott putting up legendary numbers for these Pittsburgh Steelers. 32 years on this planet.
The Bills take over first and 10.
25-yard line. Bills looking for their second possession of the game to result in some sort of points. Single back. Finds the man open in the field. Looks like there may be a roughing the passer on that play.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
They'll definitely be tacking that on to the play. They're out to the 46-yard line, nearly in Steeler territory. Just outside the logo. Man in motion. Number 41. Ball snapped. Number 37 gets the handoff, gets about 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 8 for the Buffalo Bills. Line up in an I formation, tight end out to the right. He fumbled out of bounds. Potter 3 for 3 on the night, 8 yards gain. They need 8 to get the first. Shotgun formation. Ooh, he stepped out of bounds though. 4th and 2, so close. If he would have had a bit more sure footing on the play, would have been able to get the first down, keeping the drive alive. Nonetheless, Buffalo punts it. Looks like it was almost inside the 10, just breaking the barrier, so touchback. Pittsburgh Steelers coming back out on the field. Another big run for Jerez Scott. 4 rushes on the game, a touchdown, and 33 yards. 10-0 lead, Pittsburgh Steelers over the Buffalo Bills. Ooh, Jerez Scott wrapped up behind the line for a loss of 2. 2nd and 12. Pittsburgh Steelers from the 28-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
Finds the hole in the defense. 5 for 5 for Antonio Sweetleaf. Just 60 yards so far in the game. No touchdowns.
10 at the 47-yard line.
And finds the open man route in the end zone. Splash play. Touchdown for Antonio Sweetleaf. Will it widen the gap to 17 points? Mr. Laces in, threads the uprights, netting the extra point. 4 plays for 80 yards. Antonio Sweetleaf, 3 of 3 for 69 yards on the drive. 69, y'all.
Perfect.
Powerful kick, forcing the touchback.
The Bills take over 1st and 10.
2 minutes remain in the 3rd quarter. 17-0. Buffalo down. Single back formation. McIver lines up across the tackle and center. Not able to get penetration, but Royal only getting 1 yard on the play. 3 rushes, 2 yards on the game for number 37, the Buffalo Bills running back. Oh, punched it free. Another turnover. Baskerville with the recovery. Looking to get himself a touchdown. Unable to do so. Second fumble for number 37. A rough game if this is anything to show what the postseason may hold, Buffalo would want to avoid these Pittsburgh Steelers, but that's pretty much stating the obvious. They've been undefeated in 6 postseasons. Who would want to go up against this team? But if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. Perez Scott pushing forward, makes his way to the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal. The first quarter with just about 45 seconds remaining. Perez Scott, another handoff, another touchdown, widening the gap of the lead. Pittsburgh Steelers dominating these Buffalo Bills. 24 points in the first quarter. The opening act going marvelously for these Pittsburgh Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 24, Bills nothing.
45 seconds remain in the first quarter. A very deep kick. Touchback. Buffalo decides to take it out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
2 men down. Looks like a pistol formation. Defense has been dominated by the Pittsburgh Steelers. Is that Coles?
The pass.
Did Coles wrap him up?
He was brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain.
I think that was Coles, y'all. Good shit. We ain't going to be able to get him double-digit sacks, but he's contributing. That's all that really matters. He'll get those stat boosts.
To number 80.
It's hard for me to do the left-end rush, but maybe if we... I'm not going to play defense next season. I already have something planned for next season.
Quarter. With the score, Steelers 24, Bills nothing.
24-0. Pittsburgh Steelers over the Bills. Beginning of the second quarter. Wrapped them up for a loss.
The ball carried by.
Now they gave them 1, but not enough for the first down. 4th and 1 from the 34-yard line. Number 7 for the Buffalo Bills comes out to punt. Come on. Ah! I suck at returns. Definitely not my strong suit. Lee Bojangles, he's good at returns. Handoff to Perez Scott. 2-yard gain. 8 rushes for 38 yards. 2 touchdowns on the game already.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
This defensive line is hard hitting.
Number 36 on the carry. He's brought down
In this version of the game,
it's a gain of 3.
because I think I got to a point where the points stopped going up. I think it goes to 255. Probably 255. I think that's what it is. It might not actually go over 200. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, I didn't make it. I didn't make it. Backspin. We're going to need all the power in the world. Come on, McAllister. Hey, inside the 10, McAllister. Way to go. I mean, I feel like a college team has probably done that. Not 200, but I would say 100. I'd have to look and see, but I'm pretty sure there have been blowouts like that. They have the mercy rule, though, in high school, don't they? But they don't have the mercy rule in college. 270 to 3. Holy fuck. Imagine being on the team that only scored 3. I bet their kicker was really happy. He's like, I got the only points for our team. Bet he got so many finger bangings. He could just finger bang anybody at the malt shop. He gets drafted. College's biggest loser kicker nets the only points for his team. Alright, they showing up now. Potter 7-7 for 41 yards. No turnovers on the game. He's just led his receivers into precarious situations which have resulted in turnovers. could have had
Taken
him.
down
You know you
the
could have had
43-yard
him.
line. It's a gain of 8.
That's some
Brings up
bullshit.
2nd and 2.
That's some old bullshit right there. You chose not to tackle
The
him.
tight end, the ball carrier. He's
And for
brought
that,
back
I
at
don't
the
know if I could
20-yard
ever
line.
trust you again. Everett ain't even on the field. 24-0. 4.5 minutes remain in the second quarter. And they're going to have to punt it again. Royal with 7 rushes for 14 yards. Not able to secure a first down for these Buffalo Bills.
Punt formation.
It's looking like the toughest competition for these Pittsburgh Steelers is not that tough at all. Ooh, inside the 5-yard line. These punters are one-upping one another. It's like, oh, you want to put me inside the 10? Well, I'm going to put you inside the 5. The only difference is we have Antonio Sweetleaf leading this offense. That's the only difference. We got Jerez Scott rushing. Yeah, you gave us a little bit of leeway. You know what we're going to do with that leeway?
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Do this shit right
No
here.
gain on the play.
That's what the
Second
fuck we're going
and
to do with
10.
this leeway.
At the 4-yard line.
We're going to carve you up like a Thanksgiving turkey, motherfucker. That's what we're going to do. Welcome to Pittsburgh, Buffalo. Welcome to Pittsburgh. I hope you're ready. Oh, that's a touchdown, boy. 80 yards almost from Antonio Sweetleaf to Dwayne Walker. Splash plays going into the deep end. Another touchdown. Another 50-plus yard game. Another ass whooping here. It's a cold day in Pittsburgh. Buffalo, you used to these frosty weathers, but you ain't used to these ass whoopings. Came in here 11-4. You walking out of here 11-5. And if we can end December with 3 out of 4 games being shutouts, we're just fucking all in playoff mode. So let's make it happen. This is a good offense, all right? I'm not going to try and sleep on this offense. We got a lot of football to play. We do. But we can also, we could do the old staple, take it out of their hand. Take the ball out of their hand, just like that. That's going to be a touchdown for the defense.
Touchdown, Steelers.
Clicking on all cylinders.
The kicker on for the point after.
And this is why. This is why we sometimes have to play defense, so that we can get the future generations those stat boosts. Alright? I ain't manipulating stats. I'm not cheating. The first season was the only season, and I don't even think I played it on, I think I played it on Pro. Ever since then, it's all been on All Pro, which is the second hardest difficulty, and I've played a season and a half on All Madden. So we've got some difficulty shit going on here, but the game is just too easy, you know, especially when you get your team leveled up the way that I have, and it could have been that rookie season of stat padding. But a lot of the people that I got in that season are gone now. Jerez Scott, yeah, I boosted him up, but I've been playing on the harder levels to get him to that level. And another turnover. McCray. I can't help it, dude, but I got something in store for next season. I'm looking forward to it. Let's just get out of this quarter. 4 turnovers for the Buffalo Bills. Take this shit to the 2-minute mark.
Play to the running back.
Come on, please and thank you.
Made at the 12-yard line.
Please and
It's a
thank
gain
you.
of 7.
Run the
Brings
clock
up
down.
2nd and
38-point lead for these Pittsburgh Steelers. 17-point lead for the Indianapolis Colts over the Kansas City Chiefs. They want me to pass. I will pass because that's what Calhoun wants. And Walker needs another touchdown. So we get Walker a touchdown. Because that's how we do it.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Plain and simple. A clean 45 for these Pittsburgh Steelers over the Buffalo Bills, who have yet to be able to put any points up on the board. The question is, will they be able to do so in this half? Or will they even be able to do so in the next half? It's not looking too great for them. Washington going on a crazy losing streak since I stopped using them. I'm pretty sure they lost 7 games in a row. Because I think they were 7-0 when I started this season. Right. No 2-minute warning for these Buffalo Bills, but they have all of their timeouts to take. 2-minute offense. Not something that the Pittsburgh Steelers are really known for stopping. Their defense in this time usually tends to break down and fall apart. So Buffalo has a chance to put some points up on the board right here. Except they get another turn. They got another turnover, unfortunately. It's a second fumble on the night. We just hit too hard is what it is. That's the problem. We're out here hitting way too hard. You hit too hard, man. Quit playing. That's what it's about. Ooh, so many nice moves we're seeing from Beard. Hey, I want another one.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
I want another one. I got you. Don't even worry about it. I should not have made that catch. Should have tried to cut in instantly and probably would have juked into the end zone.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Oh, dude. I hit you right in the hands. I hit you in the hands, man. You know what you gotta do when you get that type of fucking reception? You catch that shit, motherfucker. Damn, I withered on that last play there.
Complete in the end zone.
Whatever. I don't
It's
care.
now
Whatever.
fourth down and goal. The field goal is
And the kick is good. Pittsburgh Steelers leading. Mr. Laces in needed to put that up on the board, and he did. He didn't need to put that shit up on the board. We're fucking trouncing them, dude. It's over. This fucking regular season's in the books. The only question is, can we shut them out? Can my subpar defense shut them out? And I don't mean my defense is subpar in regards to the players on the field. They do fine. My defense is subpar because I suck at picking defense. And I actually don't play defense. I play defensive line. And if I'm not getting sacks or pressure, that means that I'm not showing up. That's all I gotta do. That's literally all I have to do. Alright, they have 2 timeouts, 37 seconds on the game clock. Wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. A tackle for a loss. Potter, perfect passing in this game. No touchdowns, no interceptions, and 13 for 13. But he has been unable to put any points up or put his team in a position to actually score. And that'll end the quarter. First incompletion for the quarterback out of Buffalo. We're entering the second half of play. Buffalo receiving. A 48-point deficit for the Bills here in Pittsburgh this afternoon. Looks like there's a flag on the play, wrapped up by number 41.
Holding. Receiving team.
There was a holding on the play,
Automatic first down.
taking him back to the 13-yard line. First and 10. Buffalo with their first possession of the half. Royal, 8 rushes on the day for only 13 yards. Tackled behind the line by Everett, who has not really shown much up on the stats this game, but he's been out there. He's a force. That sucks. That's going to be taken away. Rhodes. Way to go. Dusty Rhodes.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Yeah. Good job, y'all. Nothing to be, too concerned about. Yo, Humphrey lining up on the three-point position. I don't know why you wanted to run back inside where the big boys play. You don't want to be over there, dude.
Brought down
You
at
don't
the
want to.
30-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. And another tackle from Everett.
The ball carried by
Looks
number
like he got to the
37.
line of scrimmage there. 3rd and 7 from the 31-yard line. Just under 6 3/4 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. First down on the cross route. Potter finds number 16,
To number 16.
taking him up to the 41-yard line.
And the Bills
They're
first down.
closing in on Pittsburgh Steelers territory. Man in motion. Number 35 gets the handoff and is wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. 2-yard loss on the play. Defense showing up.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Ooh, he heard footsteps. Number 37 was afraid to try and catch that ball. They know how hard
37.
this Steelers secondary has been hitting. Jarring the ball loose at every chance they get. And another tackle for a loss. 4th and 13, you figure the Buffalo Bills are going to have to come out with the punting unit.
In punt formation.
.29 with the return, takes it up to the 23-yard line. Pittsburgh Steelers taking the field for the first time this half. 48-point lead in the game. You imagine they're just going to go into cruise control from here on out. First play of the half for the Steelers, netting them over 10 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Buffalo has allowed 244 passing yards. And quite a significant amount of rushing yards. Jerez Scott, 13 rushes, 69 yards.
Perfect.
Running downhill on their AFC opponents. Another big rush. Carving up the Buffalo Bills with what seems the greatest of ease. At the 47-yard line, inside Buffalo territory, 2nd and 2. 48-point lead. Pittsburgh Steelers with yet another Jerez Scott rush across the logo and across the first down marker.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard
They're
line.
chipping away on this possession here, content to just eat away the game clock and get ready, spare themselves for the postseason that's going to start for them in about 2 weeks, seeing as they have an opening round bye.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
7-yard
Brings up
pickup
2nd and
from
3.
Jerez Scott. Offset eye, Pittsburgh Steelers. Snap the ball, hand off to Scott. Gets himself well over enough for a first down. 17 rushes on the game for 98 yards, closing in on that century mark.
26-yard line.
Just over a minute remaining in the first half. Nope, it's the 3rd quarter. Just a minute remaining in the 3rd quarter. Jerez Scott gets another easy first down. It's as if they're just parting away from him, afraid to try and wrap him up. But if they don't wrap him up, they're just going to have less time to stop this shutout from transpiring. And we're certain that he is going to line up
10 more
for the
yards.
snap, but they're going to take it into the fourth quarter here.
10 yards on the pickup.
Content to take the long walk and play out the remainder of this game in the final act.
That's the end of the third quarter of play.
Another
With the score,
shutout hangs in the
48,
balance for these
Bills
Pittsburgh
nothing.
Steelers. 2nd and inches, gets the first down at the 1-yard line.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Buffalo known for their 5th-ranked rushing defense throughout the regular season, looking like Swiss cheese here tonight. And he's going to take it to the final second, preventing the delay of game. Jerez Scott rushes it in. Many people wonder, will he be able to get a 40 rushing down season after 30 years
Kicker
old?
on for the point after.
Question is on all of the Pittsburgh media's lips.
The
He has
kick is
one
good.
final quarter to do it in.
Makes the score
You imagine that he may have some time to play. Buffalo is going to be looking to move down the field as quickly as possible. Certainly don't want to end their regular season with a shutout loss. It would not be good for the mind state heading into the postseason, especially in the AFC, where you know if you're going to get through to the Super Bowl, you're going to have to stack up against these Pittsburgh Steelers. 55-0, Buffalo trailing. From the 25-yard line, takes the snap, finds the man open in the center of the field. Number 11 gets the first down on the first play of the drive. Starting out right for these Buffalo Bills. They need to move the chains. They need to stay positive. They can't have this game play into what their postseason may be. And that's a turnover, fumble. Number 26 recovers it. Number 80 is just walking off the field. Number 80 does not give a shit about this game. You see him looking despondent, walking away after he fumbled the ball, content to just let the man move down the field. He's going to get a reaming for sure. Sweetleaf with only 14 attempts passing this game, and somehow they're leading by over 50 points. One play, one touchdown. Jerez Scott looking to close in on that 40 touchdown mark here tonight. I figured they'd want to take some time off the clock, but when you're that hungry, they're really geared up for the postseason. I think it has something to do with the competitive nature that Antonio Sweetleaf has just found. Again, he lost it in the 6th season. We kind of seen it, but we believe his passion for music has really relit his fire for football. And while the regular season was a bit lackluster statistically, you can tell that the chemistry of this team is just, it's unmatched. Somebody's going to get hit hard. One of you motherfuckers. 20 passing attempts and only netting 85 yards. That doesn't seem like a good average. I'm sorry. 18 to 20 for number 1 for the Buffalo Bills. The controller disconnected. They needed some sort of help. They spoke to the football gods is what they done did. Yeah, that's what you get for fucking me up. Tart with another fumble recover. 4th fumble for Clinton. Jeez, he must feel terrible. If he doesn't, well, his teammates need to be making him feel terrible. Or maybe they just need to stop passing it to him. On his 23rd rushing attempt, Jerez Scott nearing in on that 150 rushing yard mark. The controller, it's on its last leg. But we're not done, folks. We're not going to call it. We're not giving up.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. Jerez Scott breaks a tackle, stays upright, takes 2 to bring him down. Enough for the first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Pittsburgh Steelers inside the 5-minute mark of this final quarter. I formation lining up. Another handoff to Jerez Scott. Makes a move. Spins off of a tackler. 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 from the 10-yard line. Buffalo lining a lot up in the box. So many men down, trying to stop this rushing front.
2nd and 8.
Come on, don't be a dick. I should have taken a timeout. I couldn't snap the ball.
Delay of game. Offense.
Would not let me snap the ball. It was like the controller was on, but maybe it wasn't acting as if it was on. Man, fuck out of here. That's some bullshit. Can't believe y'all called that on me. Maybe they'll let me snap the ball now. Alright, 3 yards gained.
The running back
3rd
is
and
the
10.
ball carrier. The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Oh, that's a touchdown for Gandy.
Touchdown.
We haven't really seen the tight end and quarterback link up as much as they had in the earlier half of the season, but Gandy is just happy to be a part of this offense, be a part of this team, part of this franchise. He's not about the numbers, and as you can tell, a lot of the tight ends that came through Pittsburgh over the last decade were not really about their stats or numbers. We have seen some statistical marvels, but that wasn't the reason they were playing the game. They were playing the game the hard-nosed style.
At their own 25-yard line.
McIver lining up opposite the Buffalo Bills offensive line. Not able to wrap them up for a sack like, you know, we would have liked, but it's okay. You don't need to have a sack every fucking possession. Like, that's a bit gregarious. You know what?
Shut up, bitch!
Your tongue is nearing the end of its ability to be useful. 2nd and 9, quick pass over the middle results in yet another forced fumble recovered by the Pittsburgh Steelers. 5th fumble on the game. I'm pretty sure he's going to get the Razzie for this week's play. 27 rushes, 159 yards. Jerez Scott. Solid back for these Pittsburgh Steelers over this dynasty. Has won as many championships as any running back has ever won in league history. Yet to get a league MVP. 2nd and 2. Looks like they gain 1 on the play, giving them a 3rd and 1. Inside the 2-minute warning.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And gets the first down at the 21-yard line. 1st and 10. A minute and a quarter remaining on the game clock. Looks like they're coming out in an I formation. This ball is snapped at the 20-yard line. It looks like they have to take one more snap, and then they will have yet another shutout. 3 shutouts in the last 4 games to end this season due to Pittsburgh Steelers. And Jerez Scott with a 20-yard gash to seal the deal. Looking for that 40th touchdown on the season, 5th touchdown on the night. Jerez Scott, premier back in the league. 2 seconds on the game clock. Ending the Pittsburgh Steelers season with a 20-yard rush. It's spectacular to see this team perform at the level that it has over the last few years here. Many people question, are the Pittsburgh Steelers bad for the league with how they dominate? And merch sales have been through the roof. Highest grossing for the league since the turn of the century. Pittsburgh may not be good for morale across the league, but it is good for business. And that is where the game wraps up. 21-24 for 95 yards passing. The Buffalo Bills kept to under 100 yards passing. Antonio Sweetleaf, 261 yards, 86.6% completion percentage, 4 touchdowns, leading the Pittsburgh Steelers 76 over the Buffalo Bills 0.